Good evening, Adab, Sat Sri Akal, welcome, and a very, very, very hearty welcome to everyone present in the house. My name is Varsha, and I would be host for this entire evening, and I extend a very greedy welcome to everyone present here. Thank you so much for coming here and marking this spectacular evening with your glorious presence. It means a lot for us. When we talk about this very amazing evening, which is waiting for us all, I would like you all to know that whatever happens, happens for a reason. And there is indeed a very special reason why we all are here. We all are celebrating this evening, and you all are very special for us. I would be letting you know that what all are lined up for the evening, but before that, it is very rightly said that everything comes, but before everything, it is just the nation. As we all are gearing up for the evening, I would be requesting everyone to stand for a while so that we can pay the respect to our nation by having national anthem with each one of you out there. Can I request? आप सभी लोग अगर थोड़ी देर के लिए खड़े हो जाएं, तो भारत माता के लिए हम अपना आदर सम्मान प्रकट करना चाहेंगे. So can we have national anthem?
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you so much. Now you all can have your seats. All right, so now is the time to welcome each one of you on behalf of APAC Education Leadership Awards. It is indeed the evening for which we were waiting for so long. And now we all are here under one roof. We all are celebrating Education Leadership Awards. I would like to take this privilege to call up on the stage the people who certainly needs no introduction. Here I am talking about none other than Mr. Sovik Goswami. I'm also talking about Mr. Gopi Krishna Arora and Sanghmitra Mohanty. Can we have all three people? They are the co-founder of none other than APAC here on the stage with all the respect, gratitude. Can we all put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen?
Come on, baby.
Also, I would be requesting Mr. Sovik to speak something and address the gathering, give a welcome note to everyone.
Thanks, Varsha. I welcome all the dignitaries who are present here today for APAC Education Leadership Awards 2021. It is indeed our pleasure to see all of you here. It's our honor to recognize your efforts in the education sectors, be it school education, higher education, and other domain as well. Just to give you a brief about what APAC News Network is all about. APAC News Network is all about creating platforms where we discuss and create awareness on the importance of innovation and technology for education, governance, healthcare sector, enterprise, IT, startup ecosystem, and we're trying to create this kind of platforms till now virtually for last 1.5 years, where best of the minds can come together and discuss and deliberate upon various aspects of building knowledge economy. This is APAC News Network's first in-house physical event, so I think we deserve a clap as well, because after a gloomy period of last 1.5 years, we have been able to create this. Today morning we had the healthcare event, and now we are here for the APAC Education Leadership Awards. This award is all about recognizing the efforts of leaders in the education sector. We have eminent education thought leaders with us. It is our honor to host you, all of you, We have got education thought leaders with us. We have education industry leaders with us. We have foreign diplomats with us for this evening. And I've been told that some of the dignitaries from the government ecosystem will be joining us for the award ceremony. People like senior bureaucrat like G. Ashok Kumar, IAS, Additional Secretary Minister of Jal Shakti Government of India, Ashok Kumar Singh, again a senior IAS from Executive Director from National Mission for Clean Ganga, Dr. Mohit Gambhir from the Minister of Education, Colonel B. Venkat, Director AICT, Dr. Pankaj Mittal, Secretary General Association of Indian Universities. They all will be joining us for this evening award ceremony. So without taking much time, I hand over the session to Varsha. Again, I welcome all of you who have been part of this amazing journey called APEC Education Leadership Awards and APEC News Network Journey Overall. Thank you so much.
So finally, it is the time for which we were waiting for so long. It is APAC Education Leadership Awards. But I need to know that if I'm audible to everyone at the back, can I see the raise of hands? I want all your attention tonight when we talk about, because this evening is going to be full of memories, of course. Getting a recognition, getting an award is really special if we can feel it, isn't it? So for that matter, we'll be starting off with the APAC Education Leadership Awards, and for that matter, I would be also requesting you all to put your hands together for the very first award, which is presented to none other than Dr. Madhu Chutkara. She is getting the award in the category of Innovative Leader Award. So I would be requesting, rather inviting her towards the stage. She comes from Chutkara University. She's a Pro-Chancellor. Can we have her back? Put your hands together one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Madhu, I would also be requesting you to say a few words and tell us about your journey, about your experience, anything you would like to.
Give it back. Good evening, everybody, and I think this is a great platform where I'm very honored that the APEC is recognizing the efforts of all the educational leaders, and this is a journey to be. We all should enjoy these moments, and I think we are very lucky to be part of it. For the last 3 days, I am seeing that there are so many presentations. All the good leaders were there, and morning when we reached here from Chandigarh. So luckily, we were able to attend one of the sessions in healthcare. So all the who's of who in the medical industry was there. So I think we must appreciate their efforts, and there should be a round of applause for them that they were able to connect to each and every vertical of the human life. So education is one part, same is the health, and nowadays because of the pandemic, we all have, I think, all the stresses and all the challenges, we all were able to make that an opportunity. So we all should pat ourselves that COVID has not impacted the education, otherwise for the last 2 years, it would have been very, very bad for the education. But luckily we all gathered together. Within a week, we were all able to do the wonders, which I think we never thought of that we can do that. But we all did that, and thank you APEC for recognizing our efforts, and they are doing a great job. For the last 3 days, I was just, yesterday he was my moderator and he grilled us a lot, but that was a great output was done. So now everybody is talking about outcome-based learning. Here is an example of that, how the outcome is to be given. Thank you very much for making me a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
I was not grilling you at all. I was just asking questions so that I can learn from you. Thank you so much for being part of APEC initiatives, ma'am.
It is
Over to you,
literally a privilege to have you here with us. And now the second award we are having is for none other than Ms. Zeba Ayaz, and she is getting the award for the category of Emerging ICT Head Awards. She comes from Rabia Girls Public School, Delhi, and she holds the designation of HOD, IT and ATL in charge. Can we have you here on the stage, ma'am? And can we all put our hands together for the wonderful lady we are having in the house? This is amazing. And I also be requesting Ms. Zebayas to speak something and tell us about her feelings, experience and anything she would like to.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, ABSC, for giving this honor for ICT Emerging Leadership Award. Yes, today world is totally based on innovations. So we have to do a little bit with something thinking, critical thinking and design thinking with the students. This is necessary part of today's future generations. So basically I am from artificial intelligence background. So I take care of my students and teachers to be there to be a part of this program workshop. I will be conducting various workshops for my teachers and students for getting innovations done in my schools. Since I'm also being the ATL in charge, so my responsibility is like my students will, I will take up my students as a talent from bringing their talents, put up their talents from innovation side, so they can do the startup, they can start doing their own business. As you know that Mr. Sisodia is also doing some Business Blasters program, so I also be a part of that program. So thank you for that. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It is glad to have you here with us. Now, the awards are coming for the Higher Education Awards. And the very first category we are having is for innovative practices for academic excellence. And the award goes to APJ Education Society. Can we have someone from APJ Education Society here? Can we all put our hands together for these gentlemen? Thank you so much for coming here. And now is the award which is coming for the category of India's Outstanding Private University East, and the award goes to Shiksha O Anusandhan, deemed to be university. Can we have someone from this esteemed university here on the stage with us? Can we all put our hands together one more time, ladies and gentlemen? Now is the award for Outstanding Infrastructure amongst private universities, and the award goes to Chitkara University. Can we have someone? Oh my God, lovely. Can we all put our hands together for Chitkara University for Outstanding Infrastructure amongst private universities? Now is the award for Best Architecture Institute for promoting sustainability and research, And the award goes to none other than APJ Institute of Technology, School of Architecture and Planning. Can we have you here on the stage, sir? Everyone, can we all put our hands together for the gentleman? Lovely. Thank you so much, sir. Now is the award for Outstanding Higher Education Institute in Skill Training, and the award goes to Audio Life School of Sound Engineering. Can we have you here on the stage? I feel that we are not having the presence of the gentleman. I would be moving towards the next award we are having, which is for School Education Award. And the very first award is for the category of Outstanding International School of the Year, India. And the award goes to Global Indian International School, Belawadi. Can we have you here on the stage, sir, to collect the award? We are having the presence of Global Indian International School. For Outstanding Sustainability and Teacher Development Initiative, and the award goes to St. M.R. Jaipuria School, Pratapgarh. Can we have someone from St. M.R. Jaipuria School, Pratapgarh? Can we all put our hands together, everyone? Next award is under the category of Innovation in Global Montessori Plus, and the award goes to Global Indian International School, Dubai. Can we have the team of Global Indian International School, Dubai here on the stage? I would be requesting everyone, if you are having your team with yourself, I would be requesting the entire team to come here on the stage. Next up, we are going to have the category for International School of the Year, and the award goes to Prometheus School, Noida. Can we have someone from the school here on the stage with us? So much for coming here. Now we are having the award for the category of Outstanding School for Holistic Development of Students, and the award goes to St. M.R. Jaipuria School, Ayodhya, Faizabad. Can we have the team of St. M.R. Jaipuria School here on the stage? Emerging School of the Year, and the award goes to Global Indian International School, Banagatta. Can we have someone from this school here on the stage with us? Right, so next is going to be the category for India's outstanding standalone senior secondary school, and the award goes to Central Public School, Udaipur. Can we have you here, ma'am, on the stage? Can we all put our hands together, everyone? Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming here and giving us your precious time. Now is the category for Most Enterprising Education Leader, and the award goes to Said M.R. Jaipuria School, Hardoi. Can we have someone from the school here on the stage? Is the category for Excellence in International Curriculum Practices, and the award goes to One World International School, Suntec. Can we have you here on the stage? Alright, so the next category is none other than Outstanding Faculty among Senior Secondary Schools, and the award goes to APJ School, Mahavir Marg, Jalandhar. Everyone, can we all put our hands together one more time? So much, ma'am. Now is the category for Outstanding Innovation during COVID-19, and the award goes to Global Indian International School, Whitefield. Can we have somebody from Global Indian International School, Whitefield, here with us?
I will also request Dr. Mrs. Pankaj Mittal, Secretary General, Association of Indian University, if you can kindly come on stage, please, ma'am,
Can we all put our hands together, everyone?
to give away the awards. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us.
Now is the category for India's Outstanding Standalone Senior Secondary School, and the award goes to MD International School, Bijnor. Can we have the representative of MD International School, Bijnor, here with us? Can we all put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much. Now is the category for Innovation in Global Collaborative Learning, and the award goes to Global Indian International School, Kuala Lumpur. Can we have here the representative of Global Indian International? Alright, so the next category we are having is for Outstanding Community Connect Leader in Schools, and the award goes to none other than Said M.R. Jaipuria School, Lakhimpur. Can we also have the representative? Can we also have the representative of One World International School, Nanyang, for getting the award of kindness at One World International School here with us? leading chain of senior secondary schools, and the award goes to St. Emma Jaipuria Schools. Can we have somebody? Thank you so much. And now, some of the awards which are coming is for corporates and EdTech Award. This EdTech Award is really special for us because they have done outstanding in the field of education technology. So the very first award we are going to have is for the outstanding fintech company in education, and the award goes to Finance Peer for their outstanding work and the excellency. Can we have somebody from them? And I would be requesting everyone, don't be calm and everything like that. So can we all put our hands together? Thank you so much. Next award is going to be for Outstanding EdTech Solution of the Year, and the award goes to ViewSonic. Can we have the representative of ViewSonic or the team of ViewSonic here with us on the stage? Thank you so much, ma'am. Now is the category for Outstanding School Bus Monitoring Solution, and the award goes to Map My India. Can I have the team of Map My India here with us on the stage? Can we all put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much. Now is going to be the award for Outstanding Innovative Learning Concepts, and the award goes to Acumen Today. Can we have the representative of Acumen Today here with us on the stage? Everybody, I would be requesting you all to move your hands and clap for this very amazing gentleman we are having on the stage, coming from Acumen Today.
So this brings us to the end of the Leadership Award, Education Leadership Award, and we want to felicitate some of the government leaders as well. So for that, I'll help Varsha to announce those names.
Indeed.
So, as I was telling that, aim of this platform was to recognize the efforts of not only education leaders or innovators from industry, but also some of the leaders who are doing exemplary work in the government itself. So we have got some special guests from the government and also from embassies. I can see people from the Embassy of Norway, Embassy of Zambia, Embassy of Uzbekistan are here. We welcome all of them who are part of this evening. So can we have Mr. Dilshad Akatov, Honorable Ambassador of the Republic of Uzbekistan to the Republic of India on stage, please. Honorable Ambassador of Uzbekistan. He was with us. Can we have the music till tone down, please? Yeah, I think he was here. We have with us Mr. Mansingh Sindhu, Councillor of Science, Technology and Higher Education, Royal Norwegian Embassy, Delhi. We welcome Mr. Mansingh Sindhu. We have a small token of appreciation for you. He's doing exemplary work in the field of education, especially for Indo-Norway relationships. Can we have the trophy, please? We have Dr. Mohit Gambhir, Innovation Director, Minister of Education, Innovation Cell, Government of India. I'm sure you all were part of 3-day APEC Innovation Conclave and you have heard Dr. Gambhir in our session. I'll request Dr. Mrs. Pankaj Mittal, Secretary General, Association of Indian Universities to come on stage, please. A huge round of applause for her. And also we have got a special leadership award for the Team Technology Development Board, Government of India. I'll request officials from Technology Development Board, Government of India, who were part of this conclave, if they can come on stage, because I always tell them technology development was the unsung hero of the startup ecosystem of India. We want to recognize that effort of Technology Development Board. Who are not aware what Technology Development Board is all about, is like any startup which is ready for commercial enhancement. TDB is the body which funds them, and they don't believe whether you're...
Can we all put our hands together for him, ladies and
And
gentlemen?
just one sec, because some of the startup innovators are here. It's not about whether idea will succeed or not. TDB believes in your idea. They will fund you. So, young entrepreneurs, startups who are here, please get in touch with Team TDB, Technology Development Board, under Ministry of Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. It's our honor to recognize your efforts.
Wow, this is indeed a very amazing experience and a privilege for us to have you here with us. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks so much. And now we have a special guest. Now we have a special guest for this evening. He's like a mentor to us, mentor to a company like APEC News Network, and a bureaucrat who has done tremendous work in the district level, state level, and now in Government of India level. A man who has envisioned an idea called Catch the Rain campaign for effective usage of rainwater harvesting in Government of India, which is now part of Jal Jeevan Mission that was launched by Honorable Prime Minister. The man on mission mode to change the water management ecosystem in India, none other than G. Ashok Kumar, Additional Secretary and Mission
Can we all
Director,
give him a
National
big
Water
hand, ladies and
Mission,
gentlemen?
Minister of Jal Shakti, Government of India. I also request Gopi Arora to come on stage, please. It's our honor to have Sri G. Ashok Kumar on stage with us. A small token of appreciation from us to Sri G. Ashok Kumar. So whenever you see the Catch the Rain campaign on TV screen or newspaper ad, he's the man who envisioned this catchy campaign to make rainwater harvesting a success. And I won't let you go without saying 2-3 words about your vision on the education ecosystem, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Nice to be back in a physical event after a long time. With all masks, and we used to hide behind the webinars. And that's one reason we could get connect with the APEC team. When the mission, I am heading the National Water Mission, we started the programs to connect with people for catching the rain, as she was telling. So we had organized a lot of webinars. So almost 200 webinars have been organized so far, very large of them with the help of this APEC. And one of the very popular programs which we used to do was on every Saturdays. I used to talk to about 4 to 5 district magistrates and one NGO on to catch the rain. So this this is a program which started somewhere in August 2020. And it's still continuing, and so far we have done totally talked to about more than 120 DMs and municipal commissioners. So I'll take 2 minutes for selling the Catch the Rain, because now it's like Bollywood movie, rain is over and the police should come and say that to catch the rain. Anyway, the Catch the Rain campaign with the tagline, catch the rain where it falls, when it falls. So this is a very undermining, very silent campaign which went throughout the country. In the last 7 months, we would have done more than 45 lakh structures and spending about 65 to 70,000 crores. So this is probably one of the largest water harvesting campaign ever in the world. It was launched by Honorable Prime Minister himself on March 22nd, and with very strict instruction that no publicity on TV and nothing on newspaper. It should be a social media campaign and get the people, all the money should be spent for water harvesting structures. So that's how about 45 lakh, that's about 4.5 million for the Englishmen here, structures. And with the copious rainfall which we received in the last 6-7 months, I hope that a lot of water is stored, and our mission to have a tanker Mukt Bharat on summer will be realized. And many of the university people I had interacted with all the principals of the Delhi University people here, and a lot of universities and vice chancellors where we had interaction with them. We had written to the governors who were the chancellors of the universities and who have in turn returned to many of the vice chancellors. So a lot of education institutions, particularly the IITs, IIMs, central universities and big institutions which have large land area. So our primary focus was to get the institutions which have large land area with them to catch the rain. And the tagline which he used was that the hashtag which he used was not a drop from my compound. So we don't want any drop of water to come out of their compound and contribute to the floods in Delhi, or should be culpable for the bus which gets drowned under the Mindo Bridge. That's what we were looking at it, and it was fairly successfully done. I would say one of the largest numbers ever in the water harvesting, rainwater harvesting structures, and I thank the APEC organizers, Gopi, our Sangamitra and Shamik, because they were very closely associated with me right from the start of the campaign. So initially, this 3-member only pushed us for the campaign, which we got so much good results. So once again, thanks for the wonderful APEC team for their perseverance in continuing with this campaign with us, and also for connecting with lots of people, lots of university people, lots of technical people, lots of activists, lot of NGOs, lot of students, because some of the webinars which we do attract 2.5 million views. That's the type of reach we had. We have the water talk, we have the water tech talk, etc. So feel free to have a look at our website, nwm.gov.in, that is selling ourselves. Thank you. Thanks a lot once again. Thanks for the wonderful team we have here. Thank you.
Sir, before I let you go, what will be your message for all the education thought leaders who are present here? How can they be part of Kazrain campaign?
Two things. One, you can do the hardware part, that is the have all water coming into your compound, caught there and trapped there. But second and most important thing is water literacy. You are the people who can mold the next generation. Our generation is responsible for all the mess we have created here, but at least the next generation, they should get good water to drink, and they should know the value of water. This is the message I would say. Our biggest plank of the campaign is to get the respect for water. To get the respect for the water, because Hindi mein bolte hai ki if you do something useless thing or if you waste money, you say, wo pani ki tarah baha diya. So that's the level of respect we give to water. But then, water will be a limiting factor in many countries if we are not properly handling it. So my request, all the message is, all of you, if you can take it back to your students, is to start respecting water. पाव छूने की बात नहीं कर रहे, but respecting water is in the sense of not wasting water, and also try to take water lightly. So thanks a lot. Please start respecting water and also convey the message to your students. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. That was G. Ashok Kumar, IAS, Additional Secretary, Mission Director, National Water Mission, Mission Director, Jal Shakti Ministry, Government of India. You were wondering, you must be thinking why an officer from Minister of Jal Shakti receiving this award and why it is related with the education sector. So as a journalist, I have a habit of connecting dots. So this is the connect, that why Kazrain campaign is important for education thought leaders, school owners, university chancellors, that there's a huge role can be played by the university school, because they can store, they can harvest a lot of rainwater which can be ensured for future generation. That was the connect. Thank you so much. And we have a special guest again from the water sector, and again they are playing a very important role for water management in India. We have with us again a senior IAS officer, Mr. Ashok Kumar Singh, Executive Director, National Mission for Clean Ganga, Minister of Jal Shakti, Government of India. We welcome Sri Ashok Kumar Singh. If you can please come on stage, please. And again,
Can we all put our hands together for him, ladies and
and again,
gentlemen?
NMCG is playing a huge role for creating awareness on the river Ganga, and their also role of education ecosystem. And NMCG is also organizing webinars, monthly webinars in association with APEC, where they are inviting leaders from universities and schools to come and take part on those webinars, so that a lot of awareness can be created on river Ganga, not only on river Ganga, but overall the rivers of India and how we should conserve them. So if you want, first we want to recognize your efforts and the ministry's effort. A huge applause for him, Ashok Kumar Singh, Executive Director, National Mission for Clean Ganga.
It's literally our
Sir, if
privilege
you
to
can
have you
just say
here.
2-3 words about the importance of education sector along with your mission of NMCG.
You have given a very difficult question, but anyway, I'll try to connect the both. Actually, in ancient times, in Taittiriya Upanishad, it is written that we used to teach a kid from the age of 12. And in a Gurukul system, the first thing the child was taught was Aham Brahmasmi. I am part of cosmos. And it was told to him that all the empowerment is done for the betterment of cosmos. So this thread somehow got broken, and this is what we find in the today's education system, that what is the objective for the education? The child is confused, we are also confused, and teachers are also confused. So somewhere we have to now bring in back that the empowerment is for the betterment of cosmos, not only for the country, not only for the individual, not only for the society. Now coming to this Ganga side, river Ganga, that NMCG efforts and how the education can help in that. Again, dipping back into 15th century saint Vallabhacharya, he said in 1500 century, he said, there are three ways of looking at water, three ways of perceiving the water. Actually, he was speaking about the river Ganga. The one is looking at from the materialistic viewpoint. The second is bit materialistic, bit faith in the water, like it has got a healing powers, it is good to drink, it has got a magical power. And the third perception is that river is nothing but a divine. So somewhere between these three perspectives, which were there even in the 15th century, when there was no industrialization, when there was no commercialization of our activities, these perceptions were there. Now, what has happened from 1860 onwards, a lot of educationists are here, and a lot of them must be engineers also. Have you heard of a name called Cutley? Cutley. It is associated with Roorkee, IIT Roorkee. Actually, he is the one who basically founded this IIT Roorkee. Cutley, he was an engineer. And he did another thing, which we probably don't know. He took out the first canal from the Ganga. And that was in 1860. And from then onward, there is no looking back. We have a series of canals taking out the water for our agriculture purpose. And in between, what has happened, the right of the water over the river itself has been questioned. And the first time, I'm telling this NMCG, forget about infrastructure part, that is the most visible part. But the part which is more effective and which is not publicized so much is basically establishing the right of the water, the right of a river over its own water. And this has been done. So whatever started in 1860, in 2020, it took 160 years to restore back its right. And that is what we call it a Aviral Ganga. As a part of our Nirmal Ganga, we have done a lot of infrastructure creation, but I'll not go into that amount and projects and all those, but I'll give you the perspective that why it is important for India and why the India should be respected for making this as an effort. We all know that Thames River, we talk so much about British development and all those. At one point of time, it was a flowing sewer, flowing gutter. And when they decided to clean up the river, they were already a developed economy. And when we have decided to clean up the river, we are still a developing economy. And therefore, keeping out the resources or committing the resources for cleaning up the river is much more, should be much more appreciated than what the developed countries have done. And let me also, assure you that, I say with the responsibility that Ganga is within the 10, of the similar length. It is the 10, within the 10 cleanest river of the world. So narrative is changing, facts are changing, and evidence is also coming up. So let us not say that, this is a dirtiest river. No longer. It is a very healthy river. It is becoming more healthier. Dissolved oxygen, which is supposed to be the barometer of any river water, that's a 8 around all the stretch. and it is very healthy to support the ecosystem, very healthy to support the biodiversity and aquatic life. So this is the another thing which we should keep in mind, that the kind of a commitment which has for river is enormous. And besides this, you might ask that it was started in 1985 and now we are talking in 2021. So what is the difference which has made now, which was not earlier? The difference is basically it's a plus, infrastructure plus. Earlier we were only focusing on the creation of infrastructure, but now we are focusing on the governance part. Performance is the key. We are introducing the models which ensures that there is a inbuilt accountability, there is an inbuilt performance of the plant, and people are paid, or the concessionaire is paid only when the plant functions properly for the next 15 years. We have also brought in the another concept of one city, one operator, where the one person is held responsible for if the river gets polluted. So this is basically not just another program, but it is a governance which has been brought in, and that's a very important. And the third and most important is basically the circular economy. We also want to promote the reuse of the treated wastewater. We also are now producing the electricity from the biogas, from the sludge, from the gas which comes out of it. And you will be surprised to know most of the plant where the biogas plant is operating, they are self-sufficient. Means there is no electricity requirement from outside. So that is the kind of a sustainability we are now looking at, and we want to basically make the whole operation self-sustainable, so that in the future also the plant functions and our river does not get polluted. And I mean the connect which I would like you as an educationist to spread is basically to basically have bring the people more closer to the river. And I mean, that will be the great service. Like the Ballavacharya, he said that there are three kind of people, three kind of perception. The first perception is dominating, that river water is a materialistic thing, and therefore it should be used for our benefit. No. The second and third portion, that is that it has got a magical properties, which is proven by the evidence, and it's really a divine river. So basically, you can help us in changing this thought process. Let us not get carried away by the Western civilization or the Western thoughts only. So that will be my request to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
And if you want to know more about what NMCG is doing or National Water Mission is doing, I'll suggest that you can follow their Facebook page. Regular updates are all there. Thank you so much. It's an honor. With this, we move to the next level of award ceremony, and for that I hand over the session to Varsha. Over to you, Varsha.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, we are going to facilitate the organization, the institution, the schools, the universities, the colleges who have done a great job. When we talk about the education, I would be telling you all that this platform is literally recognizing excellence. For that matter, we are going to have the very first award, which is presented to none other than Professor Prem Vrat. He is a Pro-Chancellor, the North Cap University, Gurugram, and Chairman of Board of Governors, IIT, ISM, Dhanbad. Can we have the presence of Sir here on the stage? Can we all put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen, one more time? I would like to call up on the stage Professor Sri Hari Prakash Honwad. He is President of Sir Padambat, Singhania University. Can we have you here on the stage, sir? Can we all put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen, one more time? so much. Now we are going to have here on the stage Dr. Rana Singh. He is CEO IIIE Cell of Sanskriti University here. Can we have you here on the stage, sir? All right, ladies and gentlemen, giving a big hand. Thank you so much for your presence. Next up, we are going to call Dr. Kamlesh Mishra. He is Vice Chancellor of Rishihood University. Can we have you here on the stage, sir? Give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. This is indeed a privilege for us to have you here with us. Next up, we are going to call Dr. Preeti Bajaj, Vice Chancellor of Galgottias University. Can we have you here on the stage, ma'am? Can we all give her a big hand, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for coming and making this evening very special for us. Next up, I would like to call Dr. Tabrez Ahmed. He is Vice Chancellor of GT Goenka University. Can we have you here on the stage, sir? All right, ladies and gentlemen, give him a big hand. Dr. Tabrez Ahmed. Next up, I would like to call Dr. DNS Kumar, Vice Chancellor of Shashank University. Can we have your presence here on the stage, sir? I feel that we are not having his presence. So I would be requesting the presence of Dr. Abhay Kumar, Vice Chancellor of Pratap University. Can we have you here on the stage, sir, with us? Thank you so much. Now I would also be requesting the presence of Dr. Shibram Khara. She is Vice Chancellor of Sharda University. Can we have the presence of someone who can represent Dr. Khara? Thank you so much for coming here. We are glad to have you with us. I would also be inviting Dr. Sujata Shahi. She is Vice Chancellor of IILM University. Can we have you here on the stage, ma'am, with us? Dr. Sujata. I feel that we are not having her presence. So I would be inviting Dr. Sanjay Gupta, Vice Chancellor of World University of Design. Can we have you here on the stage, sir, with us? Ladies and gentlemen, give him a big hands because he is coming from World University of Design. Now I would like to request the presence of Professor Madhulika Kaushik, Pro Vice Chancellor of Usha Martin University. Can we have you here on the stage, ma'am, with us? Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Can we also invite Mr. Pankaj Jain, Regional Director, India Subcontinent, UTS College, Australia. Big hands, ladies and gentlemen. I would also be requesting the presence of Dr. Sunil Kumar Pandey. He is Director of Institute of Technology and Science, Ghaziabad. Thank you so much for coming here and marking this evening very special for us. It is indeed a privilege to have you all here with us. Now I would like to request the presence of Dr. Colonel A. Garg. He is Director of KIET Group of Institution. Can we have you here on the stage, sir? Ladies and gentlemen, can we give him a big hands? He is Director of KIET Group of Institution. Now I would like to invite Mr. Devendra Narayan, Director of Corporate Relations, Shobhit University. Can we have you here on the stage, sir? Can I also request the presence of Dr. Manju Gupta, Dean, IMS Noida. I would also be requesting the presence of Dr. Ravi Kumar Jain, Director of SIBM, Hyderabad. Let's also call Dr. K.K. Mishra, Director of Quality Assurance Cell, Chitkara University, Punjab. And now is the time to recognize excellence. When we talk about these schools, we are now done with the colleges, universities, institutions, and now is the time for the schools. And for that, madam, can I request the presence of Dr. Madhu Chitkara here on the stage? All right, ladies and gentlemen, can we give her a big hands, Dr. Madhu Chitkara.
Clear out confusion that why this section of this award ceremony. This is felicitation of education leaders who have been part of APEC education events over the months. So this part is all about that. So don't get confused with that. Thank you so much.
So I hope that everybody is clear now. And now let's give a token of gratitude to the schools we are having with us. For that matter, I would be requesting Dr. S.K. Rathore, Founder, Chairman and Managing Director of Sanford Group of Schools. Can we have your presence here on the stage, sir? I think we are not having his presence. So I would be requesting the presence of Dr. Mukesh Sharma, Chairman and Director of DCM Group of Schools here. Can we also call Dr. Vasudha Neelmani, Principal of Rockwoods International Schools, Udaipur. I would like Mr. Mukesh Sharma, Chairman and Director of Prometheus School, Noida, to come here and collect his award. We are happy. Keeping it on resume, we will be now calling Dr. Kavisha Kurana Viz, Director of the Chintels Group of Schools, Kanpur. Can we have your presence here on the stage, ma'am? Also call Mr. Srinivasan Sriram, Principal of the Man School, Delhi. Thank you so much for coming here. This is special for EPIC. I'll also be requesting the presence of Mr. Dan Curry. He is Director and Principal of Vega Schools, Gurgaon. Let me invite Dr. Manjeet Kaur Makkar, Director Academics, CT Group of Schools and Colleges, Ludhiana. Can we have you here on the stage? Okay, we are not having her presence. So let us call Dr. Anita Gupta, Principal of Raman Munjal Vidya Mandir School, Gurugram. So much. Now I would like to request the presence of Ms. Nidhi Nijavan. She is Principal of Mount Letura Z School, Ghaziabad. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give her a big hands, everyone? Also be requesting the presence of Ms. Reena Rajpal, Principal of Darbari Lal DAV Model School, Delhi. Call Ms. Sheba Thapar, Director of Sketch Step Experiential Learning School, Gurugram. Can we have you here, ma'am, on the stage? So much. Now I would like to request the presence of Alpana Baveja, Principal of Manav Rachna International School, Sector 51, Gurugram. Now let us call Dr. Priyanka Mehta, Director Principal of Sarvottam International School, Greater Noida, Noida. presence of Mr. Dan Curry, Director and Principal of Vega Schools, Gurugram. Let us call Mr. Nitin A. Williams, Principal of Blue Wells Public School, Jhansi. Can we have your presence here on the stage, sir? We will also be inviting Ms. Seema Behl, Principal of Brain International School, New Delhi. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming here and marking this evening very special for APAC. So now I would be requesting the presence of S. Amrit Bir Singh Makkar, trustee of Guru Gobind Singh Public School, Ludhiana. Can we have you here on the stage? We would also be inviting Ms. Sneha Rathore, CEO of Sanford School Group of Schools. Can we request the presence of her here on the stage? She is Ms. Sneha Rathore. I hope that she is not available here. So let's call Ms. Zeba Ayaz, HOD IT and ATL in charge, Rabia Girls Public School. Can we have your presence here on the stage, ma'am? So now is the time. We are done with all the awards, the token of gratitudes to each one of you. And with that said, अभी तक काफी सारे लोगों के लिए काफी तालियां भी नहीं बजी थी. So what we can do is we can just sum up everything and we can clap one time, very last time, for everyone who got the awards, certificates, everything. जोरदार थोड़ा होना चाहिए ना यार ये. Everyone. Thank you so very much. Alright, so we have two awards, I feel, which are here with us, and I would be requesting Dr. S.K. Rathore. He's okay, so his representative Abhishek Rathore is here on behalf of S.K. Rathore, and he's going to get the award for Stanford Group of Schools. He's coming from that particular school. And when we talk about S.K. Rathore, he's founder, chairman and managing director, and his son is going to get the award now. Thank you so much. Can we all give him a big hand? Can we have you here, Abhishek? Also be requesting the presence of Dr. Manjeet Kaur Makkar, Director Academics, CT Group of Schools and Colleges, Ludhiana. request all the award winners, the people who have got the award holders, to come forward near the stage so that we can have a good photograph, good group photograph. So everybody who is having the token of gratitude as well as any award, I would be requesting, rather inviting you all towards the stage. Can we do that? Everybody. We can have a group photo.
If all of you can come on stage, please, for a good photo. If all of you can come on stage, please, together. Some of us can stand on the stage, some of us can stand here, and we can have a group photo of all the award winners, leaders who have been felicitated, all of you. If you can all come together, please. Yeah. Can I request our team to help all the dignitaries to come on stage, please? Yeah. I'll request Sangamitra Mohanty and Gopi Arora to also join us on stage, please.